Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh players, and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Journo Casual. I'm your host, the RJB0. I'm coming at you guys between panels with another short deck discussion. Seems to be my theme while I'm here in San Diego. So you guys have all heard everybody joking, basically. Every format, when people just don't know what to play, people joke that it's a Glad format. People are going to be playing Glad Beasts. And somebody's going to say that it's a Gladiator Beast format. And the funny thing about that is actually we're halfway through this format, and it is kind of a Glad Beast format. It isn't really a Glad Beast format, like they aren't in the meta, but we have seen a resurgence of the deck. We've seen more Gladiator Beasts top in this part of the meta, in this part of this particular format, than we have in the last couple of years combined. And that's a really big thing. And people's gut reaction when they see that is that, they had a bunch of easy matchups all day. They must have been at a really small regional, just been playing against a bunch of rogue matchups and really bad players. And the funny thing is, the truth of the matter is, yes, they probably have been playing a bunch of easy matchups, because if they were playing against today's meta, they probably had some easy matchups. The reason being, because, well, Fire Fist. It's because Fire Fist. Because Fire Fist is the most popular deck of the format, Gladiator Beasts are naturally going to do better. And why is that? Well, it's because Gladiator Beasts operate very well in a simplified game state. When there are fewer cards to deal with, when people are totally relying on their normal summons, that's when Gladiator Beasts do really exceptionally well. And the fact of the matter is that when you are playing against Fire Fist, you're only going to be facing down one or maybe two monsters at a time, and a Gladiator Beast, a well-played Gladiator Beast, can handle that easily through cards like, various monster removal cards, through things like War Chariot. That's another big thing now, that we are relying so much on monster effects in this particular format, and it's single monster effects. It's not like massive combos, except in the case of Mermails, but you can disrupt the majority of a Mermail combo through War Chariot. But we're relying a ton on individual monsters effects in order to win the game. Especially, once again, the example being Fire Fist, where you put a bear on the board and you rely on that bear's effect to go through and to get you somewhere in the game, to give you your advantage, because the deck is basically bear.deck. But if they put a bear on the board and they activate its effect, you War Chariot it, they are SOL. So War Chariot is a big factor in the fact that they can just continuously loop it, especially if they can just keep putting that monster removal on the board. That's what I'm talking about when I say that Glads flourish in a simplified game state. All they need is like a Gladiator Beast, one back row, and a War Chariot, and they can basically wreck the format. I mean, of course, they have to have like Lance and things to back it up, but for the most part, when they're playing against a one-on-one monster situation, they do exceptionally well. And the other thing about it is they can run a lot of things that even if they don't necessarily have a good game one against Mermails, they have tons of outs to the deck in the game too, through things like Banisher of the Radiance, which normally decks have issues playing with, partially because it banishes your monsters when they go to the graveyard, and partially because it uses up a normal summon. But the thing about Gladiator Beasts is they don't really give a damn about their normal summon. Like if you have a monster on the board already, then if you put a Banisher of the Radiance on the board, it isn't a problem for you. You've already got a Glad on the board. You can have access to any Glad in your deck, so that's not a problem. They can run Soul Drain and D-Fissure, no problem against Mermails. And once again, War Chariot is a crazy-ass card. If they go for a Megalo play, you're just like, oh, look at that, War Chariot. What are you going to do now? Like, you've just discarded two cards, which maybe if one of them was a Gund is going to put one card on the board, but other than that, it's not going to be a very good situation for the Mermail player. So that's why you're seeing a resurgence of Gladiator Beasts. I'm actually really tempted to run Glad Beasts in the regional that I have coming up next week. I've been testing them a lot, but I haven't actually done a whole lot of real-life testing. That's basically what it's going to come down to in this last week of testing. Whether I play Chain Beat, Thunder Family, or Gladiator Beasts, that's just what it's going to come down to. Anyway, that's my discussion about Gladiator Beasts and why you see them hanging around this format, just kind of popping up and people freaking the hell out. So that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. Meanwhile, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, let me know why in the comments section below. And of course, discuss what you guys think of Gladiator Beasts. You guys play Gladiator Beasts. I'm definitely going to try playing Gladiator Beasts. Anyway, and then of course, subscribe for more deck discussion, analysis, and general Yu-Gi-Oh! Shenanigans. Meanwhile, thank you guys for watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Business Casual. I am your host, the RJB0, and I got a jet. See you guys. That really did not go so hot.